Hi, and welcome to our Tuesday live leadership chat. Today, I'm going to talk to you about building leadership capacity through coaching. Giving responsibility to others instead of taking on the responsibility for them is a key part of developing leaders. Let me give you an example. In my other job, I work as a leadership consultant for corporate companies, and one of them is a bank. So let's take a bank branch manager, for example. That branch manager needs to be able to have the leadership capacity to be able to watch over maybe 5, 10 people, manage the ins and outs of a single location. Now, that is a big job, right? But then we look at the bank CEO. The bank CEO needs to lead hundreds, if not thousands of staff across multiple locations, departments, facilities, and budgets of millions, if not billions of dollars. And a leader would never move directly from, say, managing a single branch to running the whole bank as a CEO. It's just too big of a leap in responsibilities. And so in order for us to grow as leaders, there needs to be gradual steps and increases in a person's ability to be able to take initiative and bear responsibility. Leaders do need to take responsibility, and coaches can help those leaders to grow in intentional steps of strategic focus along the way. My name's Kylie Butler, and I'm a part of Christian Coaching Institute, which is Australia's leading Christian coaching organisation. And we've been coaching and training leaders in coaching for over 10 years now. So let's have a look at leadership development in using coaching. So if we think around the different levels of leadership development, and so we think of, say, management prompted approaches where our boss tells us, or we tell someone, hey, this is the type of leadership development program that would develop you. This would be really good. Now, sometimes that is absolutely outstanding and great. Sometimes it's a little bit iffy. But what we have is where those leadership developments partnered with leadership coaching can actually translate into incredible, measurable growth. And there are a number of researchers that have looked at this, and particularly looked at leadership development training, and found that the combination inclines a person to grow beyond the surface level issues. When you combine a leadership development program with leadership coaching, it has a profound impact on a person and on the organization. So how do we build the leadership capacity through coaching? The first way is that coaching helps leaders to develop in their emotional intelligence. As Goleman says in his book, truly effective leaders are those who possess a high degree of emotional intelligence. Now, we all know leaders or people who have a low level of emotional intelligence and leaders who have a high level of emotional intelligence. And there is a vast difference between those two types of leaders. And so coaching actually helps people to grow in self-awareness, understanding themselves. It helps them to grow in empathy, understanding others. It helps them to grow in self-management, being able to really reflect and then apply new strategies. And it helps them in relationship management, being able to collaborate with others. Coaching helps leaders to establish clearer goals. Coaching allows leaders to explore all of their ideas, to be able to review them, assess them for success and impact and opportunity and threats, and then decide what is the best course of action that I actually need to take. Coaching provides that safe environment to allow a coachee to express all of their fears, their anxieties, their stresses, and to test their underlying assumptions before they let them loose on the rest of their teams or with others. And coaching also helps leaders to take greater responsibility and accountability. Coaching encourages leaders to consider their mistakes and failures, their learning opportunities that might be in there. Coaching partners with the coachee for those outcomes. So if you're interested in setting clearer goals for yourself or for your team, empowering people through asking really powerful questions, getting better at your listening and listening on a multitude of levels, or just maybe building better relationships with your teams, then why not join me and the CCI team at our September Coach Mastery Certificate cohort. It's the last cohort that's running for 2020. It is run online via the Zoom platform. We've been running it online for over 2 years now, so we've got a bit of a handle on how online training works, but it also makes it accessible for leaders all across the country. I'll put a link in the comments below. So today we've talked about building the leadership capacity of our leaders through coaching, being able to give responsibility to others instead of us taking the responsibility for them. And it's a key part of developing leaders. So how does coaching build leadership capacity in others? Well, coaching helps leaders to develop their emotional intelligence. Coaching helps leaders to establish clear goals, and coaching helps leaders to take greater responsibility and accountability. It's been great to be with you today, and look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 1 o'clock.